Yo boys, welcome back for another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the best stat build in Blox Fruits Current Meta. Now, I know I've been talking about a lot of Blox Fruits Update 20, but in today's video, we're going to be talking about the best stat build in the Blox Fruits Current Meta. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's talk about the 4 builds first, and let's talk about which build is going to be the best for the current Blox Fruits meta. Now, before that, I have a dream. My dream is to become one of the biggest Blox Fruit YouTubers in 2023, and to follow my journey, all you have to do is like and subscribe. Now, if we get to 16,000 subscribers, I'll be hosting another Dark Blade giveaway, and if we get to 20,000 subscribers before Update 20 drops, I will be doing a permanent Dragon Game Pass giveaway. And don't forget to join our Discord down below because we do daily giveaways. And also, if you want to be part of my video like this guy right here, don't forget to like and subscribe and you will have a chance to be part of my video. Without further ado, let's get started, and don't forget to like and subscribe. So there's actually a couple of builds that you can choose from in Blox Fruits, and let me just show you guys those builds right now. In stats, you can see right here, there's 5 main stats. Sorry, there's 5 main stats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 main stats right here, and you can choose. There's 4 builds that you can make from these 5 stats. So the first one will be. Let me just refund my points here. So the first one is going to be the fruit build, which you'll put in all of your points, like 2399, sorry, not 2399, defense, and then you're gonna put 2449 in fruit. So that's the fruit build. You're gonna put all stats in melee, defense, and fruit, and you're gonna put 0 in sword and gun. And that's actually the current build that I'm rocking, and using sword is also pretty good. So the sword build, of course, is the same thing, 2499, or 2449, sorry, 2449. Since there's already one here, 2449 for melee, defense, and sword. So sword builds are pretty good. For example, if you're using something like CDK and Ghoul, if you're using something like CDK and Ghoul, you know how OP this is. So the CDK plus Ghoul combinations are pretty busted. They're pretty crazy OP, and a lot of people still use that combination since CDK is actually very busted. So that's the sword build, and then the last build is the one of the most unfamous builds is the gun build, where you put 2449 in melee, 2449 in defense, and 2449 in gun for a gun build, basically. And this is pretty good since this is good for people who use gun. It's very good for people who have one-shot gun combos, like with a Sidum rifle. I know there's some one-shot combos with the Sidum rifle and gun builds. It's pretty OP. And then the last build that we have is going to be the hybrid build. And the hybrid build is actually going to be pretty crazy. The hybrid build consists of you putting your stats in different places. For example, you can put for example, you can put 1000 in defense, 1000 in sword, Blox Fruits, and melee, and you still have about 3247 left. So let's say, for example, you want to deal tons of damage. Let's say you want to deal tons of damage. You add 1449 here, so you can make it max. Then you're gonna add 1449 in your defense, and then you're gonna add either 400 on your melee or 400 on your sword, or you could split it up like this. Like that. This is what you call hybrid build. Now, for example, instead of maybe you want to use gun instead of using sword, you can put 1200 on gun, 1200 on melee, and none on sword. And yeah, that basically is the 4 build types that you can have. You can't have a build that doesn't have energy, since energy is the most important thing in Blox Fruits. You can't have a build without energy. And you also can't have a build without melee. There's some people out there who does the glass cannon type build where they have very low HP. That's the worst build possible. You don't use that build since it's super bad. So this is the hybrid build that I have. You can either put this on gun as well or anywhere you want. But in my opinion, the best build for Blox Fruits Update or for Blox Fruits Current Meta is actually going to be the fruit build. Now, the reason why the fruit build is the best for the current Blox Fruits meta is because of the amount of spammable fruits that we have. So, for example, like I said earlier, if you have leopard, you're pretty strong. You're pretty OP if you have leopard. So, if you have something like leopard, for example, you can do tons of damage. You can do tons of damage, and you're also gonna have tons of energy. So, you can see how this leopard right here is very OP, and it does tons of damage. And if you're a hybrid build, and you're just a fruit build, you're gonna have tons of HP and tons of energy as well. So this is pretty good. If you have something like, for example, you have love. Love is also very good for this because Love Fruit does have a very overpowered air camping abilities. It has very overpowered air camping abilities. This is pretty good too. Love is also a pretty good fruit for PvP and fighting and stuff like that. So this is pretty good. Right now, in my opinion, the fruit build is the best build in the Blox Fruits Current Meta, especially since Race V4 is a thing. The more damage you do, the faster your race V4 bar will increase. And the more HP you have and the more energy you have, the faster and the longer you'll be able to keep on fighting. Now, the reason why this is important is because when you activate your race V4, all of your stats will be turned to max. All of your stats will be turned to max, so it won't even matter if you're a hybrid or a fruit build. So in my opinion, it's important that you have a fruit build in the current meta at least, because if you have a fruit build and you're fighting other people, you're not only going to be more tanky, you're going to deal tons of damage, and you're also going to have more or less more HP than the other person. It's very important to have a very complete build. You don't need a hybrid build right now, especially since race V4 exists. You don't need a hybrid build right now. What you need is either to pick sword build or fruit build. And that's gonna be it, guys, for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the next one.